So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you a list of stuff I would love to see in F1 2018 online and multiplayer. There's been a lot of talk about stuff that's going to be implemented to career mode on this game, but unfortunately, like has been the case in a couple of the more recent years, the online side of things has been neglected so far anyway. There might be quite a few things that Codemasters are wanting to implement into F1 2018 multiplayer, but so far they haven't really been announced. So I felt it would be a good time to try and bring you guys a wish list of stuff that both you and I would love to see in the online segment of this game. Now if there's any more that you go on to think of that aren't in this video, then slap them down in the comment section below and leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But first of all, we're going to get into the main one, and that of course is stable servers and just less glitches online. It's not really a feature, but it's something that really needs doing to F1 generally speaking. Unfortunately, this game, although has been a lot better than more recent iterations of it, has still been lacking the true element of racecraft and, I don't know, raceability that you had on old F1 games. And I'll explain that. It's just a bit harder to go wheel to wheel with someone when you don't necessarily know where they are. I've seen a lot of instances in league races where people think that their opposition is slightly further away from them than they actually are, and it ends up in accidents and various glitches and stuff where people move backwards because of lag and completely break someone else's car behind, and it results in a retirement and lots of stuff like that, especially in league racing, which is very difficult and really needs to be done if F1 are going to be taken seriously when it comes to the esports scene. That obviously, you know, there was massive issues when it came to the esports event in 2017 due to connection, and that was even on LAN. That wasn't even online connection, for crying out loud. So lots needs to be done, unfortunately, with that. Just getting rid of lots of the glitches, like the lack of equal car status that you sometimes have that can disappear halfway through races, which obviously will massively hinder certain drivers and massively help other drivers when it comes to league racing. So stable connection, stable servers, and a whole lot less glitches online is definitely required to make sure that this multiplayer is one of the best in F1's history. Now the next couple were brought to me by a guy called Thomas on Twitter, so thank you for him, or to him, sorry, for bringing those to my attention. But some sort of mini-game mode would be quite nice. I'll go through a couple of different ideas for them. Codemasters have often had very different online experiences when it comes to mini-games. I remember one massive one being Dirt 3. And Dirt 3 was so good online for so long because it had lots of different game modes online that were very different to just usual sort of stock standard racing. And to an extent, Codemasters have done this with F1 with the likes of reverse grids and stuff like that in the race weekends they have online, but adding a bit more and making it very different would be quite nice. One was elimination races, where I assume the person who's last on every lap of a race is eliminated from the Grand Prix, so sort of a last man standing situation. Backwards races as well, using the tracks but driving the wrong way would be cool. Obviously everyone driving the wrong way, not just one person, that's going to cause destruction, but races or, you know, championships where every single racetrack is reversed and flipped around the other way. Stuff like no rules races as well. I know that would cause absolute carnage, but it might be quite fun. I'm not gonna lie, not everything has to be so serious, so some people who quite like causing destruction on sprint mode might be driven away from sprint mode and into races such as those, like demolition derbies or something. So mini games would be quite nice. That's sort of points 2, 3, and 4, I guess. Clans or teams would be quite a nice one as well. And what I mean by that is sort of official tags, if you like, to know that someone is from a certain team, like you used to have just with your old Xbox gamer tags or PSN names, for example. If you were part of a clan, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. In terms of the F1 esports scene, there's quite a lot of people under the Veloci umbrella, so if you were part of that esports movement, you'd be able to put VEL or something as part of your tag online, and then that would bring up the Veloci homepage or whatever, so people can actually understand what part or team or clan you are part of. It's obviously nice to be able to be the quickest in the world, but it would be quite cool, I think, to add a team element to that as well online and add the sort of clans and tags situation there. I think they had it on Forza for a bit and it seemed to be quite cool over there as well, so that would be quite nice to have that. Maybe you could earn rewards as part of your clans for performing the best in a week or the best in a month, so that sort of information would be tracked on a regular basis. And talking about rewards, it would be just good if they existed, generally speaking. I don't think there's too many big ones really for increasing in levels, but what would be good is if you were to increase on a big level, like, I don't know, if there was a proper level system where you'd reach level 10 or something, you'd unlock some sort of reward. So either it be, you know, a pack of helmet designs, or some perks for your career mode save when it comes to contract negotiations for F1 2018. If you haven't seen the information career mode wise on F1 2018, I've got a video down in the description below sort of talking you through that one. But stuff that would link to that would be quite nice, or just different things to be able to customize your player, different haircuts or tattoos, or I don't know, something like that, so that it actually means something when you progress through the levels online, and it's a bit more of an incentive as well to carry on playing the game too. And those rewards could go to something like customizable liveries and cars, which is another sort of feature I would love to see on multiplayer and online. Obviously, I know the licensing issue is such a big one for Codemasters when it comes to F1, but with Liberty Media coming in, we've already seen some leniencies here and there when it comes to licensing, including the halo, which can be removed to an extent when you're in cockpit cam. If you were to be able to have a blank canvas of an F1 car with a halo, or, you know, a stock standard halo car like you see sometimes in the beta testing, it would be great to then put your own livery on top of that with your own sponsors and stuff. And again, you could always have a clan or tag sort of livery. So every single person in a clan or a tag, like, I don't know, again, I'll use the example of Veloci, would have the same livery on their car, or you could have your own separate ones as well. Again, more customization and another way for people to keep interested in online, because I think apart from league racing, people's interest in the online side of the game does wane very, very quickly. An online career mode is something that a lot of people would obviously always want. It's very difficult to implement, and I do realise that, and to an extent, obviously, it comes in the form of league racing, but being able to have 4 or 5 maybe people in a co-op situation live through the same career mode as you, with the AI, with the R&D developments going on, would be really, really good as well, just to add an extra element in comparison to just your standard league racing, which will obviously be equal throughout the course of a season. If you were to have an online career mode, slightly more enhanced than just the co-op, which is obviously you'd have 2, but I'm not even sure with co-op you even have R&D development, so a proper co-op situation with lots of different players, but also R&D for the AI and R&D for yourself as well, so it progresses season on season, will be really good. Again, I realise it's very, very difficult to implement, and obviously would require a lot of strain on various servers here and there, which is something that F1 games don't really deal with very well on a normal basis, so I do realise that would be very difficult, but it would be a feature that would really, really change multiplayer on F1 games. After that, we've got Arav suggesting Battle Royale. Look, listen, Arav, please, between me and you, stop this. Stop this. You know it's not gonna happen. Stop this nonsense. And finally, we've got dedicated slots for spectators in league races, so that if someone is broadcasting, for example, online, they don't have to actually join the race as a team and take up a racing slot. They can just be a designated spectator, and they don't have to quit the race right at the start and miss the start of the race. It's quite a small one, but it does make things a little bit easier when it comes to league running, and also I imagine a lot more easy when it comes to the esports side of things as well. That was going to wrap up today's video in terms of features I would love to see on F1 2018 online and in a multiplayer sphere of the game. As I mentioned, there's already been a lot talked about when it comes to the career mode side of things, and if you haven't seen that news already, there'll be a link in the description to a video where I take you through the latest trailer from Codemasters. If you've enjoyed this video though, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. As I mentioned at the start, if there's any other things you'd like to see involved in online, then drop them down in the comment section below, and as always, you can follow me on social media these days too. My Twitter handle is @theofficialfng, links are down below, and my Instagram is exactly the same. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
I wanna say yes, yes. Hope I see you next time. Said I want to be down, down, but it's hard sometimes.